Hello, it is Friday here today, and we are against this 283 Japan guild who is currently rank 3 here. So they've been getting pretty strong matchups all week actually. But let's just get into it, I suppose. They have some... Okay, honestly, the defenses are pretty boring for the most part. But we are just hitting this fort to start off here. And, well, for the round 1 here, it's kind of a weird attack. But we have our Yoha on the highest health, so that she's the one getting penned by the Mort. And the idea is that between the Flan S3 and the Mort S3, it's very likely that the Senya procs. And then we have Senya, lower health, higher bolt on 3F for damage, and then just normal injury Harsetti. Honestly, I'm kind of worried that I might be too tanky, and then I don't proc. But from my testing, at the very least, it seems like as long as the Yoha gets dev broken, you know, it should be okay. But, you know, if I 15 the death break and it's like injury Flan and like injury Mort, maybe it gets kind of sketchy. But, honestly, odds are good. I'm not too sure about this artifact, to be honest with you, but it goes 9% defense, 9.5. I can't max it without closing the DN side story. But, yeah. I think it's okay. Here in the round 1. Then round 2, normally you don't really... Okay, I was gonna try doing some like Wukong stuff here, but this attack makes a lot more sense. So, it's Senya, Alencia, and we get defense... Well, okay, wait, we're gonna try to nuke the Hua here. But if it's like very high health, we don't try to nuke the Hua. But Senya on her own artifact, protection set, Alencia, Destro, HP boot, trample EE, prayer. So our goal is to just kill this thing first, and then it's like Jenua, who cares, is the general idea, because, you know, we have Illinois on our team. And Illinois HP boots just in case the Hua does S3 into her, so we'll have, you know, a decent chance of surviving, and then Monarch, I guess, just for the sake of having Monarch. But our kill priority here is the Hua, then the Harsetti, and then the Jenua, because he's probably just going to be tickling us the whole time. But yeah, both rounds should be okay here, I think. So let's just go in here, I guess. I'm gonna be surprised if it's like bashed in here, but yeah, I'm gonna Harsetti S3 turn 1 and then go from there, I guess, because it's, you know, Harsetti speed tuning. You can't really prepare for anything. Well, okay, I mean, you can kind of mentally know, but it's better to just play it out. Let's see, what did they get? Oh, they got like perfect speed tuning. Anyways. S3 here. If I land on Buffalo on Pulley, that is quite nice. Encounterable on the Mort, also quite nice. But it's okay if that stuff doesn't happen. Stuff did happen though, which is nice. And then Flan, just gonna S3 Yoha. I got Death Broken, Lifesteal Flan. And then Senya gets procced. Sack might happen. Oh, who do I go S3 here? I mean, Mort's kind of useless, so I honestly want to S3 the Flan, I think. Although, wait. 2-1. No, I think I go for the Flan here, because like, okay, isn't Mort kind of useless? Like, he's uncounterable, unbuffable, and then the Pulley's not even going to be dueling. So it's probably just S3 here. And then, like, once my Harsetti wakes up. Oh, that just killed, huh? But, okay, if I were like 40k something Senya, I'd probably go for the Mort, but, I mean, oh, woman. Nothing's really that scary on their team. Oh, I woke up. Easy enough. Holy sack? What the? Holy sacrifice. I could have never seen it coming. Oh, dude, he didn't die to the thorns, man. I thought he was gonna die to the thorns because I was death broken. Oh. Oh, that Mort's on injury. Oh. Nice injury, Mort. Nice steal, Flan. Wait, I got barely injured though. Windrider, Secret Scythe. 22k, kinda squishy. Thistle Crown. The Claw is dead already. Okay, I'm pressing Alencia S3. Oh, I hit everything. The Jenua is going to die. Wait, I'm pretty sure the Alencia S3 just kills his whole team. Nice. Well, that was easy enough. Onto something else here, I guess. Wait, the Alencia S3 kind of killed it in style, didn't it? Oh yeah, onto something else here, but maybe later. We'll see. Okay, well, it's quite a bit later here now. I streamed for a bit after my previous attack and then went to sleep. But now we are back from our Guild War. And by the way, if you want help with your Guild War attacks, stop by my stream during a war. That's kind of what I'm trying to do this season, a little bit at least. You know, help people with their attacks. So, you know, if you want a little bit of help, do stop on by. Drop me a follow over there. Link in the description. Ooh, I feel like a real YouTuber. Anyways, we are just following up on the right stronghold here. At this point, everything is scouted, so it's just going to be 2 follow-ups here. However, I do have an interesting attack here still. Yes. So for round 1, I mean, it's just Benimaru into Peira. Pretty straightforward stuff here. We have Mort to stop their Ayufine from countering though, and Solitaria to turn off their Flan's focus. The Solitaria build doesn't matter. You just want some bulk and immunity so you don't get death broken, but outside of that, it doesn't really matter. But Benimaru procs off the Peira, taking extra turn, which CR pushes him up, which allows him to S3 into the Ayufine and then do an AoE nuke and then hit this thing because he gets 50 hit chance on everything. Flan probably dies and then I win from there. We've got Bastion on the Mort just to give our, Benimaru a little bit of... Bro, okay, you actually can't long click on artifacts anymore and it bothers me so much. But for some reason, you can long click on the EE and it'll pop up. How does it make sense, man? It doesn't make sense. You can long click on every piece of gear and it shows up. Oh, the artifact? No, we cannot long click on the artifact. Why? Anyways, yeah, it's Bastion just for barrier so our Benimaru doesn't die to Ayufine S1 damage or the Flan somehow lose for a turn, Flan S1 AoE damage. No, we just want a little bit of extra EHP on him. And also EHP on the Mort and immunity so you don't get death broken on the Mort. All in all, good stuff. Good artifact here. So yeah, I mean, this one's pretty straightforward though. Ayufine comes back, but then Mort just presses S3 on her and she dies again because she's the highest health here. Yep. Pretty straightforward stuff. And maybe Peira dodges, but it's Sweet Miracle on the Peira. So I'm not really worried about losing to her if she does dodge the Benimaru S2. But for round 2 here, okay, this is an interesting attack because it has Wanda in it. It's not really nothing too special though. It's literally just press S3 and just stuff. So Watcher is the fastest thing on my team. We have immunity on him. The immunity allows us to buff stack the Poly S3, right? Because she only strips 2 buffs when she, you know, S3s. And we have protection set on our Rowana, right? So we have stealth that gets stripped, and I can't long click on the artifact, but this deals stealth at the start of combat. To your rangers, and then to the to the ranger that has it cut. Okay, man, everyone knows what Guiding Light does. Okay, you get stealth on the Watcher, you get barrier on the Watcher, and then the immunity doesn't get stripped, so you don't get pushed back, so that you're able to, you know, go ahead of their team. Now we got a pretty fast Watcher here. I don't want to get outsped by the Jenua in case there's like some speed RNG. I'm probably like over 10% faster than him here though, so it's a bit overkill on my speed, but you don't need 100 crit on the Watcher, so it's like pretty easy to get like a decent stat line, like a decent amount of damage on him that's able to one-tap a Hua. But it's just like a normal, probably counter or Destro Hua here, and we're just gonna shoot her. It does like 20,000 damage, no attack buff because you get elemental advantage. The EE doesn't really matter here because, you know, it's hot. And yeah, she dies. And then Wanda, who has stealth built in on her skill tree here. Where is it from? This one? No, Rune is it? Yes. At the start of battle, has a 100% chance to grant stealth for 1 turn. So she has this thing, which means we get to run a different artifact on her than Guiding Light. So we got Sash, so it's like easier to tune, right? It was kind of annoying. Like if I was using like a different unit here, it's actually kind of annoying to like actually have something that deals with the Jenua in 1 hit and also bridges with the Watcher. But I was kind of just clicking through my lessons like, oh yeah, isn't Wanda kind of good here? And she is kind of good here because she's able to hold Sash, which means when I kill the Hua, we get 16 CR, and then I'll cut the Jenua. And because I have Rwana on my team with the book, I'm able to Soulburn, ignore ER, stun the Jenua, probably, you know, do enough damage to kill him. But even if I don't, he's stunned for 2 turns, so like, yeah, should be fine. And then clean him up in the next turn is the idea at the very least. Should win, honestly. But yeah, Rona, just holding a book and a protection set. Nothing too fancy needed here. The stats literally don't matter on her at all. Okay, anyways, going in here. I think. Okay, I'm always scared when I'm cleaving though, but yes, immunity, Wanda, skill tree allocated, Guiding Light, immunity, yes, protection set, open imprint for a little bit more damage, yes, and then Paladia, yeah, Benimaru, Tachi, Olud, Solitaria on any gear that the gear doesn't matter whatsoever. Okay, let's fly. Okay, it's Pedra, double turns. Oh, okay. I didn't realize they were this slow. But I guess that works out for me. And S3 here. Can't get countered. Okay, honestly, does the Flan even die to this? I mean, I got Tachi, so surely. Kinda close, not gonna lie. Counter attack. That's quite good for me. And then Mort wins. Yes, yes, very good. How much damage? 25,000 damage. Nice. Cool. Okay, I'm glad I sped up my Watcher. I mean, I don't think it would have been close, to be honest, but you know, just to be a little bit safer here. Anyways, shoot here. And then honestly, it's probably one shot. Well, it strips as well. I kind of forgot it strips. Oh, easy enough. And then I win. Very good, very good. Okay, that was a pretty easy cleave. Oh wait, was she still live mode? It's kind of cheating. Anyways, on to something else here, I suppose. Probably just another quick cleave, hopefully. Wait, what? Friendship 2? Let's fly. Alright, got my last attack set up here, and well, okay, we don't have anything interesting left, unfortunately, but that's okay. Safe attacks are interesting in their own way. So for this round 1 here, I run this into this defense quite often, and it has very good odds. Like, there's only one glaring weakness, that's Destina getting tagged by Poli, but I mean, since I know that the Poli here is like 20,000 health, I don't think I'm really too worried about that. Like, I have exactly 300 ER here with the Ice Crystal, so the odds that it's like 250 F Poli and 20,000 health seem quite low here, so I'm okay sending this here. But the idea is, Destina always pushes up the LRK, so you always get, like, she has a cleanse for the LRK, right, if you get stunned by the 8 Taiwans. And it means that we're able to always push him up and guarantee that our Destina gets immunity, so that, you know, we don't get tagged by the Mort or the Rage 8 Taiwan. And then we have a guaranteed cleanse on our team, so you can cleanse the fear off of our Harsetti. And all in all, pretty good stuff here. We're running this artifact just so we have a little bit more bulk on the LRK, I guess. Okay, honestly, it should be like Proof of Valor here, because I don't think 9% defense on LRK really matters, but yeah, it's whatever. Okay. I'm being sure. That doesn't really matter here, though. That should be like Preview Valor, or I can greed Fairy Tail. Like, Harsetti's artifact doesn't matter. And it's just Holy Sack on the other K. So that, you know, if we do die to Death Break into more S3 damage on him, you know, we're able to like actually give him a substantial heal from the Destina rather than a little heal from the revive, right? So he comes back with health, and then Destina S3 heals him. He comes back with a bunch of health. Is the idea there? But yeah, I mean, it boils down to just injuring the Mort, and then their Mort's useless because like solo DPS Mort isn't that good in my opinion. And then for round 2, I ran this comp in my first attack, so I don't think I really need to explain much here. It probably plays out exactly the same. And it's all the same gear on everything, I believe. So yeah, just gonna send here. Oh, okay, well, this is best in world speed tuning for me, so that's nice. Okay, good. The S2 proc happens before the counter attack. I think it might have been. Wait, doesn't that more counter happen normally before the Harsetti S2? Maybe it's because he countered a dual attack. Pure immunity for Destina. And I have 2 options here. I can either... Wait, where's the Mort at? Wait, never mind. I only have 1 option. I was gonna say, I can either S2 myself and then cleanse the Fear on our Harsetti afterwards with the Destina S3, but because Mort's going before the Poly, it's just S2 Harsetti always here. Get rid of the Death Break. Yeah, Mort's already like 20,000 health, so yeah, it's kind of useless as an individual. Okay, does my Destina get tagged? No. Very shocking. Well, I mean, I'll just Asflan here, I guess. Counter attack. Wait, what? He did the... Wait, bro, he countered off of a dual attack again. What the fuck? I mean, do I even... Honestly, I probably do S3 here. Wait, no, I don't. Because, if I don't S3 here, my other K is going to be able to press S3 here. So, let's just S1. Because if I do S3, my other K becomes, it's like a 50-50, I guess. If my Harsetti gets hit or my other K gets hit. Because he'd be full health. It doesn't really matter. Because they're already kind of dead. I call Harsetti to read damage, I guess. Resistance, that's great, man. I'm so glad I used my 10 souls on that. It doesn't actually matter, but... Guess I get death broken a little bit here. And then win. Very good, very good. Okay. Let's see. R and L Jenua. Wait, really? Okay, I didn't actually read the report. Wait, no, that one wasn't in the report actually. They didn't see the Jenua's artifact. I don't think it matters though, because it's still, you know, Jenua into Ilanov. Okay, this one's dying to Alencia S3, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you always want to press... Like, if it's Crown Harsetti, like, you always want the Harsetti to not just get another turn on you, otherwise it can get a bit dicey. Okay, this might not kill actually, I think it's gonna be close. Oh, it barely did. And I'll just proc the Jenua here, I think. But like, if it is Giga High Health Hua, like, are you really worried about dying to her? You'll have defense buff Indomitable. Like, even if she S3s into something. Is this thing gone? Original on this probably. So he didn't RNG me. I mean, RNL me. So I guess it was an RNG win. Anyways, all was easy enough. Well, successful first week in Paladia here, I suppose. But that is it here for me today. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.